river cruise ships are created equal. They often look alike, but the question is, are they? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome everyone. This video isn't about comparing river cruise lines or picking favorites. It's about laying out the kind of hard facts that raise important questions, challenge assumptions, and question what you see in advertising. Whether you're a travel professional looking to sharpen your skills, or if you're a traveler searching for the perfect onboard experience, this is, as they say, where the rubber meets the road, or in some cases, where the ship meets the water. We'll dig into straight up facts, things like ship capacity, inclusions, service style, and amenities. And here's the thing, most river cruise ships are the same physical size, but while one might carry 196 passengers, another sails with under 120. Why do these facts matter? I've got the answers for you straight ahead. What can you expect to learn from this video? You will walk away seeing beyond the brochure, thinking strategically about the elements that truly shape a river cruise. The goal is to equip you with sharper insights, smarter questions, and the confidence when it comes to booking and recommending a river cruise that beautifully aligns to your desires. I've got the agenda all set, so let's go over it. First of all, what is the most traveled stretch of rivers in Europe? What do locks have to do with ship size? What are some river ship differences? 3 different pricing structures, digging into what included really means. And how about dining? Isn't dining just about the food? Amenities are important and they vary. How about this? All I need is a place to sleep. And Bonnie Lee asks, really? Let's talk accessibility. It's not mandatory in Europe. How about traveling with like-minded individuals? Now that is fun. And of course, bonus in the end. Technically, the bonus is just everything I forgot to put in the agenda. I just went over. Let's take a moment to travel the most iconic stretch of European river cruising, stretching from the North Sea all the way down to the Black Sea. These are the rivers where most river cruise lines sail. It is also one of the most sailed by newbies to river cruising. It is one of the busiest sections of river in Europe, and with that, it offers the widest variety of ships, itineraries, and experiences. And along the way, these rivers showcase everything from castles and cathedrals to vineyards, villages, and capital cities. While these videos focus on the specific region, the insights that you're going to gain today from them, well, they can be applied to river cruises all across Europe and beyond. Now that you have a glimpse of the most popular stretch of river, let's talk about what kind of ships sail them and why these ships are built to specific specifications. So in other words, we are jumping into number 2 on the agenda, which is locks. And what do they have to do with ship size? Alrighty, let's talk ships on Europe's rivers. So if the ship size is basically the same, what makes one feel roomier, quieter, and more luxurious than another? That's where passenger count, layout, and design comes into play. And that's what we're digging into next. Not all ships use the available space in the same way. Let's look at how different cruise lines take the exact same ship footprint and create very different onboard experiences. So we're stepping up to number 3 on the agenda. What are some river ship differences? First up, I've created a video that lays out statistics specific to 8 different cruise lines, breaking them down into 2 categories. I said 2 categories, luxury and premium. 4 ship lines in each category. As the river logos appear across the top of the video running, you will see how each line stacks up next to the other below the logos. As the video plays, hey, Feel free to stop it, rewind it, or take note. The takeaway here isn't that more or fewer is better. It's about what fits you. More ships often mean more itinerary options and departure dates. Fewer ships might offer a more consistent onboard experience. It's all about what kind of cruise you are looking for and why it matters to you. Category 1 is a la carte. With a la carte, you start with a solid base fare, then add on the extras that matter to you. That might mean paying separately for drinks, transfers, or premium excursions. This style works well if you value flexibility and you don't need every bell and whistle bundled in. Viking River Cruise Lines is a good example of a line that leans in this direction, where simplicity and choice go hand in hand. Now let's talk about category 2, all-inclusive. This level includes most of the core experience, like daily excursions, Wi-Fi, wine and beer with meals, and an afternoon happy hour. In some cases, certain inclusions like airport transfers, well, they may depend on whether you've booked your air through the cruise line. There may still be a few upgrades available, but the core experience is well covered. Cruise lines like, let's say, AMA Waterways in Avalon, they fall into this space. Now, the category that I love, category 3, ultra all-inclusive. Think luxury. Ooh, Bonnie Lee is totally luxury. Oh, that's not true, but I would like to be luxury. Okay, so in luxury, everything is bundled on board and off. That includes possibly meals ashore, gratuities, transfers, excursions, and more. It is ideal for the traveler who wants to leave their wallet in the cabin and not worry about a bill when they get home. But even more than that, having everything included means you're free to follow your curiosity. Step into the castle for dinner. Say yes to the cocktail of the day, or join that unexpected tour without thinking twice or worrying cost. It's luxury without the stress and freedom without the limits. Knowing where a cruise line falls in this framework, I hope will help you to compare more realistically and think about questions you may want to ask. Now that we've seen the different pricing models, the a la carte, the all-inclusive, and the ultra all-inclusive, it's time to look closer at what included might actually mean. Because what's included on one cruise might be an upgrade on another. Knowing this hopefully opens your mind to what questions might I want to ask or need to talk about. When a cruise line says something is included, it's always worth asking how and under what conditions. Here are a couple of real-world examples to kind of to open your mind up to questions you might want to ask. Transfers. Hey, they're included, don't worry. Well, ask the question, under what conditions are transfers included? Do I have to purchase my air through the cruise lines? What if you're arriving by train or staying at a hotel before the cruise? Can those transfers still apply? And don't forget, you're going to need transfers more than likely back to the airport. So check on those as well. Are drinks/beverages included? During meals and at happy hour? When are they included? And beyond when, what type of drinks are included? Are they local wines and beers? What about top shelf spirits or that specialty coffee that you like in the morning? Are they included or do they come at an additional cost? Excursions, which, let's face it, that's why we go on river cruises. How many excursions are included a day? Are they all complimentary or just some? How many guests per excursion and guide? Is the guide English speaking? Are you provided with a listening device, making it possible for you to wander just a bit about, not missing any important facts your guide might be narrating? I like to wander a bit, but I still want to listen. One line might include a single walking tour, while another offers multiple options at different activity levels, and some offer exclusive venue access and dinners in different ports. Important to remember is that while some or all might be included, the actual experience is going to vary. How about gratuities? Are they included or are they additional? Does included gratuities mean the entire crew, including your cruise director? What about the excursion guides and the drivers? Are their tips included? If you haven't planned for tipping, being caught off guard, well, let's face it, it can be inconvenient at the very least. These are the kind of questions that help you see past what you're looking at in those shiny, beautiful brochure photographs to a deeper understanding of what you're booking, allowing you to easily compare the nuances of the different cruise lines confidently. So at the end of the day, inclusions aren't just about what's on paper. They're about how the experience actually unfolds once you're on board. So whether you're booking for yourself or guiding a client, look beyond the buzzwords, trust your curiosity, and never, ever be afraid to ask questions. Dining isn't just about the food. It's about the moments that happen around the table. It's where you reflect on the day, share stories, connect with others, and build anticipation for what's next. So instead of simply checking what meals are offered, think about the experience of dining on board, how meals are served, dining times, who are you seated with? These details have the power to shape the rhythm and the energy of the trip. So one of the first questions I would have is it mostly buffet, mostly a la carte, or fully cooked to order? If you're a foodie or someone who loves slow, intentional dining, a buffet might not feel special enough to you. But if you prefer variety and flexibility, it might be exactly what fits your lifestyle. All right. Now, most people don't think about this, but table size: 2 top, 4 top, 6, 8, 10. On ships with higher passenger counts, small tables like 2 top and let's say 4 tops can be limited. Why? Because more passengers on a ship means the need for more dining space. So to accommodate everyone, dining rooms are often configured maybe with 6, 8, or even 10 top tables, making those more intimate dining experiences less available to you. So what I suggest is consider requesting a dining room table layout in advance. It's one of the easiest ways to get a clear sense of how the space is designed and what type of tables are available for guests as they walk into the dining space. I love a bit of casual dining. So some ships offer lighter versions of both lunch and dinner in a more relaxed space, like the lounge. For evenings when you'd rather keep things simple, you had a busy day, you're tired, this can be a great alternative. Even for lunch, it's a great alternative. I love a bit of room service, I'm not going to lie. So if you're like Bonnie Lee, make sure that you check that out. Some cruise lines offer it all day, others only during limited hours. And on certain ships, it's not offered at all or may come at an additional cost. So if you're looking for room service, make sure it's part of your ship's offering. Some cruise lines offer a fully stocked minibar with wine, soft drinks, and snacks. Let's face it, who doesn't like a Snickers bar at maybe 10:30 at night? I'm not saying it's me, but it could be me. Others offer limited options or restocking only once during your trip. It's a small detail that potentially can feel like a really big perk if it's there for you. How about this? Sky deck barbecuing. Kind of a new thing coming up on the horizon. Imagine sailing past castle views while your meal is grilling right next door on the sky deck. Some cruise lines offer this when the weather is just right, but not all. If that sounds like a moment you would love, ask about it. Do remember, though, that sky deck barbecuing is very weather dependent. Oh, and what about specialty dining? Specialty dining can be one of the most memorable parts of your cruise for foodies or those who just love a great meal. But it's also one that most people overlook when booking a cruise. First, ask, does the ship offer specialty dining as an experience outside of the main dining room? If it does, follow up with a few key questions like, is it included in the cruise fare? If so, how often can you dine there? If there is a cost, what's included in the price? Are wines paired with each course? And are they part of the experience, or do they come at an additional cost? On Riverside Luxury Cruises, for an example, the specialty dining experience is called the Vintage Room. It's limited to just 10 guests. Each dish is personally introduced by the chef, and the sommelier pairs each course with a thoughtfully selected wine. It's not inexpensive, but it is not just dinner. Other cruise lines like Avalon, and Emerald offer a chef's table that is included, but do make sure that at the time of booking you check who is offering what, because changes do happen. Every ship does do it differently, but I am going to tell you that when it is offered, it is absolutely worth considering, especially if food and wine are a big part of your travel joy. And one last tip, make your reservations as soon as you board. These experiences are limited and often fill up fast. Think about it this way. Dining isn't just a box to check. For many, dining is a key part of the entire experience coming together. So think about the kind of dining experience that works for you and ask questions. Now, let's look beyond the plate. Yikes, I forgot to introduce myself. Bonnie Lee here, and I'm excited you joined me. Please feel free to like this video and drop a comment below. And if you subscribe, I promise I'll send you a note next time something new comes up. Amenities on board like spas, fitness rooms, and lounges. Each can quietly shape how relaxed and cared for you feel from day to day. Onboard amenities are where comfort meets personality, and depending on your ship choice, what's available can vary more than you might expect. One thing to keep in mind, ships with higher passenger counts usually offer fewer onboard amenities. So if wellness, relaxation, or creature comforts are important to you, it's worth looking closer. I'm going to list right now a few key questions to guide your thinking, because you don't know what you don't know. So let's talk spa. Does the ship have a dedicated spa area with multiple treatment rooms, or just a single massage space tucked away? Is there a steam room, a sauna, or something more unique like the Salt Therapy Lounge on Scenic. Here's a tip. If your ship does have spa services and you are planning to take advantage, be sure to book your services as soon as you get on the ship since appointments are limited. Let's talk about fitness areas and how they might be equipped. Some ships have very compact but well-stocked fitness rooms, while others have that. Plus, they offer yoga and wellness classes, often on the top deck in the morning or in the lounge. What about salon services? Can you get your hair styled? Maybe your nails done? Book a touch-up before a special night. Some ships do offer full-service salons. Others may have more limited options and possibly none at all. So again, if it's important, check it out. All right, how about going to the movies? What? You're thinking? Yes, several ships have small movie theaters, cinemas. If your ship does, ask whether films are scheduled, on demand, or part of themed program. Oh, and do not forget to ask if they include popcorn, and does the popcorn include extra butter and salt? What about pools and hot tubs? Yes, some river ships do offer small pools. Occasionally, those pools are heated with swim-resistant jets. Others have hot tubs on the sky deck. If that's your kind of unwind, ask what's available. Who doesn't love the idea of bicycling through an old world village? Most ships have complimentary bikes for guest use, with more and more now offering e-bikes, which makes it easier to explore those port towns, especially if you want to go a bit further with less effort. There are some really fun, unexpected touches, and I'm just going to go over them to give you a little bit of food for thought. Self-service laundry. Do they include the detergent? Do they offer reusable water bottles for excursions? What are the brand types when it comes to those in-room toiletries? Some ships, believe it or not, have backup reading glasses on hand. Perfect if you've left yours at home or in the cabin. Who doesn't love a chocolate on your pillow? And guess what? There is a cruise line out there, AMA, that offers complimentary postcards at the front desk, and they will also mail those postcards for you. Make sure you bring the addresses along with you, though. These amenities might not be the reason you book a cruise, but they absolutely shape how the experience feels once you're on board. When a ship offers the little things that make you feel at home, pampered and cared for, guess what? Those details turn a good cruise into a truly memorable one. In the end, it's not just about the itinerary that shapes your cruise. It's the way the ship feels the moment you step on board. Each detail aligning with your travel style. Now, let's take a look at the accommodations. No space, let's face it, is more personal than your stateroom. Let's dig into what makes a room truly feel like home. So we're going to talk about balconies, butlers, and bathrooms, and everything between them. When it comes to the stateroom on a river ship, it's not just about square footage. It's also about how well the space supports your comfort, your rhythm, and your style of travel. Lots of details to discover, so let's get started with talking about balconies. Balconies come in all shapes, all sizes, and all types of configurations. Some cruise lines like Avalon, they have what's called a panoramic suite. Instead of stepping outside through a traditional door, your entire wall becomes the view. Floor to ceiling, wall to wall, full length and height of the room. Many ships now offer walls of windows that glide and slide up and down and left to right. Some even come with mosquito netting, allowing you to enjoy the breeze without the bugs. Other lines offer traditional configurations. Some offer the panoramic suite type, others have step-out balconies, and others offer a blend of multiple styles. So I'm telling you that the bottom line here is there are a lot of balcony designs out there, and this is definitely something worth investigating if a balcony is a big part of your vision. Take time to explore the variety of options. And on a single ship, there can also be multiple varieties of balconies. On some ships, especially in the luxury suites, you might have your own personal butler. On others, like Riverside, every guest is assigned a butler. But here's the thing about American travelers. Most of us don't realize what a butler can do. It's more than just unpacking. Think dinner reservations, handling laundry, bringing your favorite drink, coordinating a surprise, and yes, even drying your bath. Oh, are you thinking bath? Is there a bathtub on a river ship? Yes, many do offer bathtubs. If your cruise or the room category you have booked includes Butler Service, take a few minutes before your trip to learn what's possible and take full advantage of it. All right, now let's look at the bathroom. Whether it's sharing counter space or navigating closer than normal bathroom configurations, the bathrooms on your river cruise can make or break your daily routine. It may even have an effect on your relationship. So ask the right questions. Is there enough storage and vanity space? Are there double sinks or just one? What about a bidet? Yes, bidets are a possibility. Do they offer thoughtful touches like 2 different colored towels, a different towel for each guest in the cabin? How about heated towel racks and bathroom floors? Yep, also a possibility. A great bathroom makes the space feel polished, practical, personal, and enjoyable for the entire length of your journey. Because when your cabin feels like it was designed with you in mind, it becomes your haven, a sanctuary, a space that welcomes you back at the end of every incredible day. Speaking of comfort, don't forget about accessibility. That is so important. Whether it's elevator access or how you get on and off the ship, these are details to understand before you book. In Europe, accessibility is not mandatory. River ships typically have multiple decks, and while most offer elevators, not all elevators go to all levels, especially the sky deck, because you've got those bridges they've got to get under. If full elevator access is essential for you, confirm exactly which decks are reachable by the elevator and possibly a chairlift. Another important detail, ships often dock side by side in port. This means that you may have to walk through another ship or even up and over to reach the shore. This may involve stairs, narrow corridors, or temporary gangways. Are you wondering, can people with mobility needs count on the ship's staff to assist with needs, and to what degree? What about asking which deck might be best for the accommodations to be booked on? If mobility is a concern, don't assume that all ships are equally accessible. Ask in advance about elevator configuration, gangway configuration, and how shore access is handled in multi-ship docking situations. When in doubt, be sure to ask. Now, how about fun in a group? Themed cruises from tulips to wine to history. Sailing with like-minded travelers can take your trip to another level. Okay, what did you think? Do you have a passion for any of those themed cruises that you just got a quick look at? Themed cruises are perfect when it comes to deep dive into what you love and to travel with others who share the same passion. Many cruise lines offer these special sailings, so be sure to ask. And if you can't find the exact experience that you're craving, no problem. Create your own group. I hope you're not quite ready to hang up your discovery hat for today because it's bonus time. And of course, I've already explained that bonus is really my catch-all for everything that I forgot to chat about earlier. Once you've chosen your ship, your inclusions, your dining style, and your stateroom, there are still those little questions that might sneak up and matter more than you expect. Let's talk single supplements. If you're traveling solo, every cruise line handles solo travelers differently. Some waive single supplements on select sailings. Others offer solo staterooms within specific cabins. Imagine traveling with a friend and each of you have your own space with a connecting door between your cabins that unites your space, but you each have your personal space. That's the beauty of thinking no single supplement. It's brilliant. Or, I love this tip. Does your traveling companion snore? Well, a lot of times they won't admit it, but you do know they snore, right? Single supplements and connecting cabins are limited. So if this is something you're interested, do make sure you book early. Hey, here's a tip people always get a bit confused about. Connecting cabins have a door between them. Adjoining cabins are next to each other with no interior door between them. Let's talk about beds. King beds versus twins pushed together. Most river ship beds convert into either two twins or a queenish type bed when those twins are pushed together. If a true king or a specific bed size is really important to your comfort, be sure to ask for clarity, because when two twins are pushed together, it isn't a true queen or a king. And remember, if it's a true king you want, a king bed is big, which more than likely leaves less space within your cabin to move around. Beds that face the windows. Avalon is famous for introducing this several years ago. They call it their panorama suite. Suites where the beds face the wall of windows, and when you open your eyes in the morning, the river is right in front of you. Other beds now also have the same option, or beds that may face the wall of windows but tilted just an angle. So if the view is really important to you, be sure to ask about the bed orientation. Did I forget something, or do you have a tip I don't know about? In either case, please put it in the comments below. Hey, with a simple click, you can get more river ship information. Oh, well, that's actually 2 clicks.